Hello and welcome to another video on Primal Conquest Dino Era. In this video I'm going to be discussing training your troops and the differences between the different unit types. To get started, I would like to discuss the buildings involved in training your troops. There are two main types. You've got the individual unit camps, so these are your warrior, archer, siege and rider camps. And then we have the training camps. These control the amount of troops that you can train at one time. So there is some more maths going on in the background, but all you really need to know is the training camps control your maximum training cap, and then the individual unit types can be trained at the corresponding camps. So next up we have the different unit types and the differences between them. All troops in this game have base stats. These include attack, HP, defense and speed. You can read each of these by tapping the individual unit camp, selecting the tier of the unit, and then these little bars here are the base stats. So just to quickly give you a breakdown of what this all means. So the axe represents attack, the shield represents defense, the heart represents HP, and the lightning bolt represents speed. So as you can see, the warriors have the highest HP and defense. So as we go up in the tiers, you'll see these two stats, these two middle ones, they seem to go up significantly quicker. So if we compare the top tier T11 units, you'll see that the primary stat for warriors is their defense and HP. And then if we compare this to, say, riders, it's a bit of a different story. So riders have one of the highest attacks, but also they're the fastest unit in the game. They pay for this with their very low load. The load is essentially the figure that controls the amount of resources that one individual unit can carry. So essentially the more load a unit has, the more it can carry. And take a look at the archers. You can see that if we take a look at T11, I'm pretty sure they've got one of the highest attacks in the game. But then they're not as fast as the riders, but they also have slightly higher defense than the riders, as well as a higher load. So there are some pros and cons to each of the unit types. The three main types you really want to focus on are your warrior, archer and riders. So these are your combat units. Your siege units are essentially your collectors. Their base stats are all very low across all tiers. Even if we get all the way to tier 11, they have low speed, but what they are useful for is their load. They by far have the highest load of any unit in the game. So as you can see, they are primarily designed for collecting resources on the world map or transporting resources across alliance buildings, things like that. Next up we have what I like to call the triangle of effectiveness. Now if you've played pretty much any game with combat in the past, you'll be aware of the whole weaknesses and resistance system. So how like water is good against fire, electricity is good against water, things like that. So in this game it follows a similar system. So they do this to sort of aid the balancing between the different unit types and the different tiers. But essentially it's a three-way system of warriors are good against archers. That is because, well, you can think of it however you like, but essentially their high defense and HP means that although they're slow, they can take a lot of hits. So that's how they combat archers. Archers combat riders, and the way I like to think of that is the archers can essentially shoot the riders off of the dinosaurs. That's just one way of remembering it. And then finally, riders are strong against warriors, and that's, I don't know, they just are. But yeah, so you may want to take a screenshot of this or make a little doodle of it yourself on a piece of paper. You know, it's not too advanced, just a triangle. But yeah, this is a really important mechanic that you need to remember when entering any PvP situation in this game, because honestly this can alter the outcome massively, like more so than even just being like higher level or having higher buff stats. Like if you go into a battle with the wrong unit type, then yeah, you're gonna pay the price. And finally, I just wanted to discuss some Legion skill boosts that you can get from your civil dinos. So in regards specifically to training troops, we have Pteranodon, Fangi, T-Rex, a Cracanthosaurus, Mutated T-Rex, and the Wetland Triceratops. All of these will give you at least one boost regarding to training. So the first dinosaur you get in the game is the Triceratops, and this gives a training speed boost and a maximum training cap boost, as you can see. So by reaching the corresponding star level on that dinosaur, you will unlock the skill boost. Yeah, I've done a little list here, but to quickly go through them, so Pteranodon is a great one for training troops. So it has a training speed boost, a food required for training reduction boost. Then we have, I don't have many on this account, but I can still show you the previews. So these are max level, as you can see on the preview. Fangi is a good one for reducing resource costs as well. That's iron and gold down by 30% at 8 star. And then we have the Mutated Rex, which gives a training speed boost. A Cracanthosaurus reduces the wood costs. So as you can see, once you've unlocked all these dinosaurs and you've got their star level up, all of these skills will stack and it will greatly bring down the resource costs and the time required to train your troops. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is for this video. I do plan on doing another video regarding troops that is a lot more advanced, because regarding the game mechanics and the play styles, there is a lot more that you can do, and there's a lot more depth to dive into essentially. For example, we've got maining, PvP techniques, all sorts we need to discuss really. So yeah, I'll definitely get into the more advanced stuff soon. But if there is anything, you know, any questions or video requests even, you know, feel free to drop a comment down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I absolutely love getting a notification to say, you know, somebody's, you know, dropped me a comment or something. You know, any interaction's nice, but just to know that people are actually out there and appreciating and using the content, it's a good feeling. So thank you so much. And yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up here, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one.